Hey guys, it's Sol again. Okay, so I woke up today. I got my PS4, and basically there's a few new updates for Final Fantasy 15. One of which is that tomorrow we will be getting episode Gliolis. However, today we got a bit of news for Chapter 13. Which is a second verse to Chapter 13, another side of the story. It is so you can play as Gliolis and only Gliolis. It's not Ignis, unfortunately, but the gameplay section with Gliolis features, gameplay from episode Gliolis. How can I make this a little bit more simpler? Well, it just features gameplay from the upcoming DLC episode that is only available to Season Pass users. And yes, I'm doing this in one take, so excuse me if I make any screw-ups. But I don't got anything to edit videos with right now. Now, there are other various fixes to the game as well. If I go to the update history on my game, there is an enhancement to the Arcana spells, Alternate, Holy, and Death, which are only available to the Ring of the Lucy. And I saw a trailer this morning from Final Fantasy Peasant, and it really showcases a lot of the power with the Ring of the Lucy. And it's very helpful in all honesty. It also says the announcement of winning snapshots from the first photo contest, which are viewable at Taka's Pit Stop and Hammerhead. And so the first pit stop you go to within the game. And that is from the Chocobo Moogle Carnival event. And it says that there is a temporary conclusion to the timed quest events, and will be resumed at a later point in time, which does kind of suck. But the date I did see for that last timed quest, for the next timed quest I meant, is very far away from now. So we're going to be waiting for a long while. Now, addition of 2 pieces from episode Gliolis to music player track list. So we get to listen to a couple of songs from episode Gliolis. And addition of compatibility with episode Gliolis, it says. There are various gameplay enhancements and bug fixes as well. But for some reason, there were 2 updates. Version 1.06 and 1.07. Which fixed bugs between these, I think. Oh, and for 1.06 it says, updated saves will not work on former versions of the game. I don't know what that means. The game has had various updates already. At least 7 by far. Which is a good thing in all honesty, to update the story of the game and the gameplay itself. Now, I did play through verse 2 of chapter 13 recently, and the controls for Gliolis are very smooth in all honesty. Unlike Noctis, who you may have a little bit of difficulty controlling him at times, depending on how far you're going with combos and whatnot, Gliolis feels a lot more smooth in terms of blocking attacks and attacking enemies, plus with dodging as well. I just feel like Gliolis is a lot more smoother to control than Noctis is. I don't know, but that's just my general opinion on it. Now, for the verse 2 section, you cannot save, but that is for a good reason. Verse 2 is very short compared to Chapter 13 where you play as Noctis. Yes, basically. So, yeah. section with Gladiolus is short, but the one with Noctis is quite long since, well, you're using a preset characters rather than the ones you've leveled up throughout the entirety of the game. Because for verse 2, when you're playing as Gladiolus, none of the equipment you have will carry over to this. So it doesn't, cause any issues with players. What else? Oh yeah, there are a limited amount of restoratives within that section, so be sure not to die. But then again, it shouldn't be that hard to die anyway, since you'll be controlling Gladiolus, all in all. Also, I've noticed a few things. There is a rage meter. Now, this builds up the more damage you deal, and this makes up for, and basically, it will increase damage over time. So it goes from 1.0 and then 1.3 and so on. I think up to 3 times damage you can heal. Now, there is a special gauge you can use, but it will suspend some of your rage meter, meaning you'll deal less damage. So, don't use your special attacks with Gladiolus too often unless you really get surrounded. But it shouldn't be all that easy to get surrounded by. In fact, it's very hard for you to get killed. The only major enemy I say there is to worry about is a later on demon, which I'm not going to exactly spoil, but you might know who it is already since you might have faced him during Chapter 13. As Noctis, of course. Now, what else was there that has to be said? Well, basically, it does start off with Gladiolus and Ignis and ends off with Gladiolus and Ignis when they find Noctis. So if you have played Chapter 13, you will know what I'm talking about here. If you haven't, these are just light 8 spoilers. Oilers is here. And that's actually about it, I have to say, really. Only about about verse 13 of chapter. What is with me today? With chapter 13, verse 2. Now, I don't think there is anything else, except there is one other thing I want to mention. There are separate trophies for Episode Gladiolus. Here, there is Picker Upper, which picked up all the items. Column Colossus, uprooted all columns. Master and Pupil performed 5 link strikes with Core. Shield of the Chosen King completed the trials on normal. A hidden trophy, which is probably the finishing of that episode, of the DLC episode. No pain, no gain. Earned 500,000 or more points in score attack. And then a new Blade Master score 1,000,000 points or more in score attack. Which is possibly going to be available after being the episode Gladiolus. I'm not sure how score attack is going to work, but who knows. There is Picker, but still, all these different trophies, I don't think they're all going to be too hard to get, except maybe Picker Upper might have some items that are hidden within and hard to reach places. Uprooted all columns. There's gotta be maybe 1 column per area or so. Because if there was a lot of columns around you, then things would be kinda ridiculous in all honesty. 5 link strikes with Core shouldn't be that hard. Now I think Ink Shield of the Chosen King you will get after clearing episode Gladiolus. The hidden trophy will probably be after you beat episode Gladiolus. And yeah. Oh, one more thing I want to mention. And before I go, since this video has been long enough as it is, I recently got the Platinum Trophy for Final Fantasy 15, and that is no joke. I literally have every single trophy within Final Fantasy 15. In the main game itself, not for Episode Gladiolus yet. The one trophy that I didn't really get until later on was Cooking Expert. Yeah. It took a while for that one. I mean, I really have been busy with this game. Oh, and if you don't believe me about the Platinum Trophy, there it is for your viewing pleasure, right there. The World Wanderer. Anyways, I think I should be going now. Hope you all have a good day. Hey, for now, ciao.